So, a banger new update's on the way, and it's got pretty much everything. New talismans, more magic find, even more magic find, a fishing rod that lets you fish in dirt, sus rock, and of course, who could forget Jason. And that's all great, but here's the issue. I'm broke, and you need way too much money for these items. I mean, they even raised the auction cap in advance. And so it was time to do something I rarely do. Think. The thing is, if I only wanted coins, there would be no dilemma. I'd just play a bunch of M4. But I also want happiness. I mean combat XP. But Powliner, you ape. You're already max combat level. Yes, but I want to level up Greg to level 200 before I die of old age. And at my current pace, it's gonna take till January 2024. This is not a joke, by the way. This is actually how slow I am. But I'm honestly not sure if a money-making method like that even exists. Come on, bro, get out of my sight. I'm recording. Wait. Oh! These are ghosts. Pretty strong mobs with 1 million HP that roam the deepest depths of the dwarven mines. They have a few possible drops, but really the only important one is the Sorrow, which sells for around 400,000 coins on the auction house. If only I could sell my real life Sorrow, but the great thing about ghosts is that they also give a lot of combat XP. Okay, wonderful. It makes money and levels Greg, and on top of that, it's really simple. I mean, you just kill these guys over and over again. How complicated could it be? I can do this.
Second don't is to not ever use OFA on your weapon. You need looting. If you don't have looting, you will miss out on a ton of profit. Do not grind ghosts if you cannot one-tap them or get really close to a one-tap. I can do this. I don't suck at the game. Don't worry about it. I promise you, you're wasting your time. You will not get enough ghost kills.
Okay, so I can't do this. But what I can do is tell you to subscribe to my channel. Do it!
Now!
Maybe even gently left-click the like button? Anyways, back in the day, the way you grinded ghosts was by aggroing a bunch at once and running circles around them whilst verbally insulting them. The hood mines gemstones now. But then they made the ghost AI incredibly stupid, and now they just don't aggro you at all. So if you want to farm ghosts nowadays, you need to one-shot them. And I couldn't. But I did have a trick up my sleeve. This is Crimson Armor, and it's really good when you upgrade it to higher tiers. But that's not why it's relevant here. Back when Crimson Armor first came out, it was bugged to inflict way too many damage ticks. And then they patched it. Except like, not really. I mean, look at this. I'm wearing one piece of Crimson and it registers my hit twice for some reason. But get this. This bug that allows you to hit twice is also bugged. And it doesn't work if the ghost is standing next to a wall. And then there's another bug that sometimes makes the double hit bug not work at all. And basically gets stick bugged. To this day, scientists are still trying to figure out how this is possible. But hey, it's fine by me. Doing enough damage is not the only thing I needed though. The ghost drops are rare. Too rare. But they are affected by magic find and looting. This means that my one-for-all giant sword was basically useless. And I needed to buy a new one and fully max it out with regular enchants. But Powliner, doesn't spending like 200 million coins go against making coins? Listen, buddy, I'm doing this for Greg. He's like my child, okay? Plus, it's no big deal, since I'll make it all back by killing the ghosts anyways. Nah, but I wasn't just messing around. I even got a texture pack that made the ghosts easier to see. And after putting my beacon on Magic Find, swapping all of my enrichments to Magic Find, and of course, can't forget my trusty Delirium necklace for that juicy 1 extra Magic Find, I paid 10 million coins for this. I was finally ready. Wait, why is it so low? Granted, it reached 159 with a 30 kill combo, but still, I mean, it wasn't that bad. My odds of getting a Sorrow were now over 4 times greater, but 159 magic find is not good. I also didn't have enough damage to 2-shot ghosts without a Warden Helmet, and the Warden Helmet makes you really slow, meaning that you kill much less ghosts overall. With this P setup, I was getting... wait, 8 million coins and over 500,000 combat XP per hour? That's actually not bad. Now the thing is, at this point Greg was still an egg, meaning that he gave absolutely no stats at all. But once he hatched, everything changed. For starters, he now gave a decent bit of strength and damage, which meant I could swap my Warden Helmet for a Necron Helmet and even swap my Necron chestplate for a Sorrow chestplate, giving me more magic find. But because Greg's an absolute boss, he also gives magic find on his own. And then just when I thought it couldn't get any better, all the stars in the universe aligned. The galaxies started dancing. Even Hypixel came out. Oh, no? No, wait, that's still not out. But Barry was elected as mayor of Skyblock, giving me another 20 magic find. In a matter of minutes, my magic find had gone from a measly 159 to 211, raising my chances of getting a Sorrow by 0.1%. Okay, that's not really that much. But more importantly, I was no longer slow. I could now run at Mach 5 whilst killing these stupid baboons, getting more drops and combat XP along the way. I was now getting around 11 million coins and 700,000 combat XP per hour. But there's yet another benefit to grinding ghosts that I haven't even mentioned yet. Entertainment. Every now and then you'll see a random player that just has absolutely no business being there. Sometimes it's just dudes with 200 HP accidentally falling into the pit and trying to escape. And also failing. But other times it's absolute lunatics doing God knows what. Like, please tell me, what is this man thinking? Why is he wearing Divan's armor? It's meant for mining. What the fuck? Why is this guy trying to kill them with magic? They're immune, bro. They're immune to magic. Sadly though, there's also a big downside to ghosts that no one really talks about. Every time you want to kill a ghost, you have to click your left mouse button. And since you kill thousands of these per hour, it results in a lot of clicking. Basically, it's either you take breaks or get carpal tunnel. And so, I decided to do something else between ghost sessions. Something very dear to my heart. Floor 7 is the final challenge of the Catacombs, if you don't count all the other challenges that come after it. You're hunting the mythical Necron's Handle, which sells for a modest 1 billion coins. Issue: it's very rare. In fact, it's rarer than a Sorrow drop from a ghost. And instead of having to kill one mob, you have to spend like 8 minutes doing a whole dungeon run. But it is very fun. You get to fight mini-bosses, solve puzzles, and take on a very unique boss fight. Speaking of the boss fight, the strategies people have come up with for it are crazy, although they might not be for everyone. The boss fight is split into 4 phases. In phase 1, your goal is to defeat Maxor, who keeps shooting me with Wither Skulls. I mean, he's not even looking at me. Come on, bro, shoot someone else. Anyways, the way you beat him is by getting both of the energy crystals, placing them down, and leading the stupid Wither Man into the laser. Do this twice and you're on to the next phase. Phase 2 features Storm. You gotta crush him by lowering these huge pillars, but Storm's a piece of garbage. So when the phase begins, he just flies around for 30 seconds, doing God knows what. I mean, he's charging up his ultimate move, but you can literally just avoid it by putting a funny clown mask on. Once he makes his way down, you first crush him with the green pillar by having someone stand on the green pad, and then do the same thing with the yellow pillar. You know you're good once he turns into a Beyblade. Oh yeah, and he also shoots the stupid Wither Skulls. But it's fine because there's a wall behind. What? How does it knock me towards it? Now, if one of your teammates is an absolute fiend at the game, they can do what I like to call the stinky dinky in order to enter phase 3 early. in which case you can leap to them instead of walking over yourself, saving about 3.4 nanoseconds. But it does look pretty cool. Well, either that or they get stuck in the floor. Anyways, phase 3 time. Here your job is to complete Among Us tasks whilst running away from Witherman number 3. You've got one where you click on the items beginning with the same letter, one where you change all the glass panes to be the same color, a sequence of numbers from lowest to high... No wait, that's the wrong footage. A sequence of numbers from lowest to highest, and, of course, Hell on Earth. But Powliner, is it really that bad? I mean, you completed it pretty easily here. Yes, it is, because it bugs half the time and just stops working entirely. And then Goldor kills you, and then the run's dead and no one likes you anymore. There's also a few special tasks called devices, such as Simon Says, where there is no Simon or saying involved, and you click buttons instead. Lights, where you flick the levers and turn the lights on. Arrow path, where you make the arrows follow a path. This isn't really interesting, is it? But you know what is interesting? There was no Wither Skulls involved this time, so that's pretty cool. Oh, come on! Phase 4 is very straightforward. You kill Mr. Necron and that's pretty much it. And finally, my reward for these 8 minutes of playtime. I lose money by opening this. Yeah, this is pretty much the average floor 7 chest. Sometimes you'll get like 1,000,000 coins profit, but anything more is very rare. And so, after quite a few hours of running, I made an average of about 3 million coins an hour. But this is excluding the Necron's handle drops, because, well, I never got one. Unlike a certain someone I know, and I'm bound to drop one eventually, right? I mean, I've done over 500 runs at this point. Surely it's coming soon. If we're going by the odds given on the wiki, you should be making a total of around 9 to 10 million coins per hour if you include the handle drops. Even more if you count boss luck. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was bugged to reduce the quality of your loot instead. Overall, my purse is still looking mad sad, but I do still have a decent bit of stuff to sell. And more importantly, an idea for what I could tackle next.